Advisory services offered through Blackridge Asset Management, a registered investment advisor. Securities are offered through Peak Brokerage Services, LLC. Blackridge Asset Management is a separate and independent entity from Peak Brokerage Services, LLC. Member FINRA SIPC. And now, Today with Denny, here's Denny Artachi.
Good morning. A glorious day in South Florida, although it's a little warm for some people's liking. I know that, Evan, you were talking about baseball players that they really threw up on the mound.
Yes.
You sure it wasn't from like beer the night before or nothing?
Nope. The heat was so bad that he vomited on the mound.
Wow. How embarrassing is that, huh?
Yeah.
Well, look, I hope they're better. That's the thing about Florida. It's great in many ways, but yes, right about from now till September, you better be a local or you're really going to feel the brunt of Mother Nature.
Oh, yeah.
So, today's a special day. I'm going to take a break, folks, mostly because of scheduling. I'm going to be looking at possibly, and I've so enjoyed this. I don't know, what's it been, 7 months that we started this journey, Evan?
Man, I don't even know.
I don't know, 6-7 months. I have so enjoyed this radio show, and I'm just going to take a break. Maybe I'll be back. It's mostly a scheduling thing. Being here on Thursday mornings is getting kind of tough, but I'd like to still be part of the family. I'd like to maybe do some guest spots, or if I can figure out a podcast that we can stream to the station.
Mm-hmm.
I want to talk to Frank and Greg about that.
Okay,
because I know my CEO said we just bought the space next door and we want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing is, how hard it is to get. I don't know. I guess 9:00 in the morning is tough for a lot of people to show up to a radio station.
You don't even have to go anywhere technically, because you can connect at home.
Can I do that?
You can connect right into here through Zoom, like the priest and the rabbi do with their show on Fridays. They've been doing it that way for over a year.
So
now.
They're not physically here on
They're
Fridays.
never here. They haven't been here in over a year. They haven't been here in over a year.
Well, shut the front door. Now, I didn't know that. So I guess I'll have to talk. Who knows?
Really, it's so easy to do. You initiate the Zoom call. You give me the link. I connect in. You hear everything like you would hear in your headphones. You hear it at your location.
But
very easy.
Yeah, but it's not going to be the same, man. Us being in the same room.
It'll be the same because I can see you.
Oh, really?
I'll see you on the screen. Yeah.
Okay, folks. Well, I guess I feel about as smart as a first-year congressperson. I didn't know. So, we're going to look into that. But I'm trying to figure it out with the scheduling. And do we have a call?
Yeah,
okay.
You got a call.
You're on Today with Denny.
Yeah, man. Hi, Denny. How you doing, man?
All right.
Fredo, the band leader. Yeah, man.
Oh, Fredo, the band leader. Look at that. What are you doing up at like 9-10 in the morning?
Anyways, you were talking about podcasts. I want to talk to you about Fredo's podcasting service. Yeah, man.
Oh, is that right?
$4,999. I can podcast any of your shows. Yeah, man.
How much?
$4,999.
All right. Man. I'll bring my tools. I start tomorrow, jerky boy. Okay?
Yeah, man.
I knew it was you, Fredo. You broke my heart.
How you doing, baby?
Hey, I'm good, but my show's over, so this is all Denny. I'm just pushing the buttons here, Fredo.
Why? What does he do on your show?
Well, he's always on he's a regular on my show.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
What does he do?
Well, he's my band leader. Yeah, he leads the morning show band.
Yeah, man, I do that.
I'm
also an entrepreneur. I have my foot massage trailer that's usually on the side of Cannon Road. I massage the feet.
A foot massage trailer. I like that.
Yeah, man.
Are you married, Fredo?
I was married about 6 or 7 times. Yeah, man.
Wow. Yeah. You didn't figure it out after the second or third. You had to keep going back for more, huh?
No, I just find the wife for right now. Yeah, man. So.
Yeah, I like this Fredo guy. I think he's I think he's all right. I think he's all right. So, Fredo, another thing now. Do you actually have a band, or
Oh yeah, it's Fredo and the Shy Guys. Yeah, man, for the Get Up and Go show. Yeah, man.
Okay. And what kind of clothing do you wear on stage?
What kind of clothing we stage?
Yeah. What kind of clothes do you? I'm curious on what.
It depends on the situation. Like if it's like a New Year's Eve party, we got the tuxedos going on.
Nice.
The suits and everything else. And then if we're at, I don't know, one of those nudie places, you don't want to know about that.
Wow. Yeah, I probably do want to know about that because I want to know if you pay to play there or they pay you for you to play there. Which one is
Well,
it?
it depends on the situation.
Okay.
You know, depends on what. If we can get free drinks, then we pay them. Yeah, man.
See, that's why the price of entertainment's gone down. Fredo's stealing the market share.
Yeah, he is.
He's willing to play for drinks and lap dances.
Yeah.
See that?
Yeah. More the latter on that. Yeah, man.
But how's the foot massage business? That sounds like that could be profitable.
Oh, I'm making killing on that. I have a trailer.
Yeah.
With a little seat in it, and I actually have your picture on the Hall of Fame, on the WSTU Hall of Fame inside it. Yeah, man.
Do you do massages for anybody? Like, what if you get a someone whose feet are so big they belong to Earl Scheib to have their toes painted?
Oh,
you do that?
Some look like they should be wearing clown shoes. Yeah, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah. Evan has cute little feet. You should see those little hairs on his toes and everything.
Hey, listen, that's that's
kind of personal, isn't it?
Yeah, that's kind of personal stuff. You shouldn't be giving that information out,
Man. When I get the podcast, and I don't know, man, $4,000 seems a little bit steep, Phil.
Can you give him a discount?
We're going to have to renegotiate
Can you give him a discount?
All right, I'll give it to you for $3,999. Yeah,
what a guy, man.
Yeah.
Hey, are you a Republican, Phil?
Phil? Who's Phil? That's Fredo.
Fredo.
That's Fredo you're talking to.
I'm sorry. I was thinking of Phil because this guy reminds me kind of. I want you to meet a friend of ours who's very funny, very artistic, and I think you two should have a show together.
Oh, I know all about Phil. Yeah,
you do?
Man. He can't. I threw a birthday party for him one time. He jumped off the 12-foot high dive one time.
Dude, let me tell you.
Yeah, man.
If you get the most nastiest food to eat, Phil will show up and do it for free.
Oh, you should have seen what he did with freeze-dried worms one time. Yeah, man.
Freeze-dried worms.
Yeah, man.
He sucked them up, didn't he?
Oh, I gave him $1,000 to do that.
You paid him?
Yeah, man.
See, that's why Phil didn't come back on my show. He's getting paid by Fredo here. Why would he come back for free on my show?
Okay, all right.
Yeah, man.
All right, well, listen, I think, Fredo, I think we might be able to take this show on the road. I just don't know what kind of music you guys play, you know?
Oh, I do all sorts. I actually played with Rick James, Count Basie. Yeah, man.
Really?
You know? Oh, yeah. One time I played with Gary Lewis and the Playboys. You know, Jerry Lewis's son. Oh, yeah, I hung out with them. Yeah, man.
I do remember Jerry Lewis's band. He was quite a guy.
I was in Diana Ross's band, and I dated her at the same time. Yeah, man.
Yeah, Diana, man, you got to be careful. She's like music royalty, you know? I mean,
I know. Trust me, I worshipped her, especially her feet. Yeah, man.
Oh, jeez. I think, you know what I think? I think Phil Fredo has a foot fetish. It's not really a business deal for him. Well, tell me the truth, Fredo. Do you really get money for this foot massage?
Yeah, it's mostly to meet ladies. Yeah, man.
Yeah. But you massage men too.
Well, depending. Sometimes I get a couple of weirdos that want to come in there and they get their foot massage. Yeah, man.
That is a little out there. A guy wanting a guy to massage his feet. But hey,
that's why I get requests all the time from Evans. Yeah, man.
No.
Evans.
Stop that.
Are you
please.
kidding me? He's a God-fearing man. Why would he want a man to massage him like that?
Yeah, he likes it, especially when I take the thumb and rub his big toe. Yeah, man.
Oh, wow.
Gosh, please don't give my secrets away.
You're going to have to go to confession. You're not even a Catholic.
I know.
Anyways, I got to go. My cat, Big Kitty, who calls up on the show too, she's now learning how to play guitar. So,
Fredo, you're quite the guy. Let me tell you.
Yeah, man.
May we never meet because that could be dangerous.
Yeah, man.
Okay, say goodbye to Fredo, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, Fredo, we'll talk to you later. All right,
Yeah,
bye-bye. Oh, gosh.
I hope he doesn't go on a fishing trip, that's pretty funny. So anyway, I guess I'll have to look into the podcasting of it and things like that. You know, I recently just got in the latest Epoch Times, I was quoted in an article. So I've got this PR firm that's putting it out there, and I'm really enjoying that. It's a very good publication. I basically talk about inflation and retirement. And, you know, I think folks, no matter what stage of where you are in your life, putting money away and paying yourself is always a great idea. You'll never be sorry that you're paying yourself, but it takes a discipline. A partner of mine sent me an article about athletes, how they become broke so quickly. And it's true, like when I was with these rock stars in the 90s and I saw that they were broke. The problem is they never practiced the habit of putting something away in a systematic basis. In other words, every month, like clockwork, you're paying yourself, or every week, whatever it is. The reason why that's so important is you don't know what the future holds. And if you don't do that, you might say, well, I've got extra money. Let me go ahead and buy something that I really don't need because it's 50% off. Have you ever done that, Evan? Have
Yes.
You ever just, of course.
Yeah, all the time.
And a lot of it was because you figured, hey, I've got extra money. Let me just spend it or pay myself, right? All right, we're going to take our first break and come back on Today with Denny. Okay, we are back on Today with Denny. I almost forgot. This is going to be a big weekend of music for me. On July 4th, my Santana tribute will be playing for the city of Stuart in the Rock Riverwalk stage.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. I love those kind of shows because someone else is running the sound.
I saw your rant on sound, by the way.
Do you think that was a rant?
Well, it was a very polite rant.
Yes.
It was a polite rant.
Okay.
And I actually thought about calling you and offering my services because I do have PA gear. But I don't know how I could fit it in my schedule.
Yeah.
Not it wouldn't be worth it. I don't know where I would fit it in my schedule.
The thing about it, people don't understand at this, when I was on tour with Butterfly and I played with these other bands, all I had to do was show up, plug in my guitar. Everyone took care. People don't understand when you see a band playing at a club or a party, wherever it is, most likely they took 40 minutes to set up their gear.
Mm-hmm.
In the case of me, I sing all the songs. I'm the MC of the show. Then when I'm done, I get the pleasure and luxury of breaking it down again.
Oh, I know what that's like. Because when I go do a wedding, I go through the same thing. And especially when I use my big system with the subs and the tops and all that other stuff, it's like an hour and a half setup. Then you play for 4 hours and another hour and a half setup to tear down. And it's ridiculous.
Yeah. And people look at you and go, oh my God, you're not even working.
Yeah.
And you're like,
they don't see what goes into what we do behind.
And I say, you know what? I tell you what, sing 3 songs in a row, right? Without stopping. How do you feel afterwards? Now, multiply that, 30-fold or whatever. In other words, sing 3 or 4 hours of music, break down the stuff. And folks, here's the thing. You should tip musicians and know how hard it is because it's not a lot of money that they're making to entertain you. And think about all the years of practice they've had, the money they spent on gear. Please take care of them, tip them. A lot of times the bartender or waitress makes a hell of a lot more than that musician who's been practicing their craft for 20 and 30 years. It's the truth. So yes, what happened was I was at a particular place where the setup was kind of tough. And man, by the time I was done, I felt like I went around with Mike Tyson and I lived to tell about it. So I'm looking to maybe hire people and do that. Now, one other thing I noticed, and I think we've talked about this, social media is great for the most part, but there are too many people out there that are so angry and love to
stir the pot.
Yeah, they want to complain about everything.
Oh yeah.
Here's the thing. We have an excellent governor, and whether you like him or not, how can you fault the guy who's self-made? His history was he was part of the Little League World Series team as a kid. He went to Yale, okay? He graduated cum laude. He got his law degree in Harvard. He's a decorated veteran. He was in Fallujah. Folks, how can you really, really dislike a person who's done all those things? That's what I posted, that I was proud to have him as our governor. And man, you should have seen the rants that came out.
Oh, I bet.
Because he's a Republican. Oh, he's Trump's bootlicker. And he lied about blah, 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 blah. Folks, let me tell you, when you wake up every day, you can decide to be positive about life or negative about life. And what's so interesting is the topic came up about socialism versus capitalism.
Mm-hmm.
And you know who has a problem with capitalism and our country? People who don't make a lot of money and don't have their own business.
Exactly.
Like I mentioned this to you.
Mm-hmm.
You're too busy providing food on the table for your family.
Right.
You work hard. You've
Mm-hmm.
got what, 4 official jobs?
Well, I have the morning show, the DJ business,
Right.
the driving business.
Yes.
I work for the Mets.
Mm-hmm.
What else?
Right. So you see, and I tried to post on this. Look, everyone has a right to voice their opinion.
Right.
But I'm telling you, there's only a limit of negativity that I can personally take.
Right.
It's kind of like I see a lot of posts on Facebook that I don't necessarily agree with, but I move on. I change the channel.
Mm-hmm.
I don't take that as an opportunity to say, well, because my childhood is terrible and I'm broke and I'm miserable and I hate life. Let me tell you my opinion about what you just said.
Mm-hmm.
No, folks. If you don't have anything to say that's positive, then at least be quiet. I mean, we have enough negativity in
They
the
make
world.
this wonderful button over here that's called off. And
Yeah.
see, like if I would never do it to you.
Right.
But if I have a guest here in studio
And they're crazy like that?
and they're crazy, I just hit this off button and I just shut them up just like that.
It's
It's like
just
turning the dial on the TV.
correct. And so my whole point is, look, as you know, as everyone knows, I am a business owner, folks. I don't get a salary. No one cares if I go to work every day. I think the last time I had an hourly wage, I've got to think back, maybe 20 some, I can't remember that far back. So I have a different perspective. And my perspective is this. I don't care who's in, well, I do care, but whoever's in the White House, whatever laws they pass, I'm going to wake up and decide how to beat the system for myself and my family.
Mm-hmm.
Because I cannot control who wins.
Right.
I cannot control what laws they pass. The only thing I can control is, okay, these are the rules that we have to play with. How can I make the best of it? So when I wake up every day, I think to myself, how can I make this a positive day? What can I do to better what I'm doing? How can I remain calm and happy? And how can I enlighten other people's lives? We do need each other, folks.
Mm-hmm.
How many negative killjoy type of people have a basque of friends?
Yeah.
Not many. So the whole thing really struck me yesterday. This was just yesterday that I posted about our great governor. Look, Governor DeSantis could have closed us down. He could have done many, many things. And I know there's some people that said he didn't care. That's not true. He assessed the situation and said, what is the best decision for the good of all? And that's what he did. And that's why people are moving to Florida. Like nobody, I mean, even today driving, this is Thursday morning in June.
Mm-hmm.
The highways are packed, my friend.
Oh, yeah.
They're still coming
yeah.
here every day.
You're in the holiday weekend too. So
Is that what it is?
Everybody's here. They're going to go back up north after July 4th.
Okay.
So you do get a lot of out of towners for the weekend.
But you must admit, a lot of people are coming to Florida.
Yeah.
They like our lifestyle. We don't have state taxes. We have a pro-business governor. I think we're mixed. We're pretty much a Republican state, but the whole point is there are too many that are angry, and I understand life is hard. Maybe you're not doing as well as you like to be, and I get it. But let me tell you, just like that guy who got tired of walking out to the outhouse when he had to go to the bathroom,
Mm-hmm.
he invented plumbing. You know why, folks? He got tired of going to the outhouse. And the problem is this country is the greatest country for our ideology. We're not perfect. And it's not a country for handouts and expecting the government to take care of you. I'm sorry. That's just our parents and their parents had it a lot tougher than we do. They didn't have the luxury of protesting everything and being so crazy. They had to provide food on the table, a sustainable life out there. There were less programs out there to help the indigent and the poor, and there just were a lot less. You either woke up and made something of yourself, or you got on a soup line and that was your life. It's harsh, but I only say this because of the great couple of generations before us. That's why we have the life that we have here in America. Were we a perfect country? No, there is no such thing as a perfect country. I know there are some people, and I know this sounds like a rant, but I'm a U.S. veteran. I'm a God-fearing American. I know that everyone has a right to feel how they feel, but I'm not going to sit there and bash someone else's opinions because they disagree with mine. I'll listen to what they say. And social media is amazing. You can't say, wow, I looked at the sun today and what a glorious day. Someone will answer.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're angry.
Not sunny out.
It's not sunny out. How dare you,
Yeah.
you conservative, fearmonger, whatever they say.
Yeah.
And I posted that I hate politics. I hate news for the most time. I say I have conservative fiscal policies. So what did they say? Oh, so you like the inequality that's going on, that's stretching more and more and more and more and more. Folks, self-employed entrepreneurial types, we don't pay attention to the inequality. We say, if I don't go out and make something happen, I'm not going to make money. I'm not going to provide for my family. You see, having a goal and taking action and working towards it is success and happiness. Not having all this money in the bank. It's a process. It's a grind. Just dieting is a grind. Work is a grind. Life is a grind. Business is a grind. Enjoy the grind. Embrace it, because it's those people who understand that get over the hump and succeed. Nothing's easy. When you started your DJ business, wow, a lot different than what it is now, right?
Yeah, I was 18 when I started, right out of high school. And let me tell you, it's if I rewind the clock back to when I was 18, I'm 61 now. That's a long time ago.
Right.
I mean, it's all different.
And you've learned
cost,
yes,
dollars, what I could charge.
Same thing with radio.
Yeah.
I know that the biggest drill I've had in this show is doing it with you, someone who's been in radio for years. I learned and I do enjoy it, and I know that I'll get better if I continue in this medium.
Mm-hmm.
And I always preach about that. I would like more common sense in the world, because extreme right or left, not good, folks. You have to be. I say I credit, and I've discussed this with you, Evan, because I know you love God as I do.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to tell you, in the last year to year and a half, my devotion and putting God first and understanding that has taken away a lot of anxiety and rage and anger. You don't think I see stuff on TV that makes me just boil over sometimes? But I can't focus my day on that. It's not good for me, not good for my family,
mm-hmm.
not good for my clients.
Yeah, my wife constantly reminds me when I get upset, and I get upset very easily about things. And I just had an incident happen just as recent as yesterday. I'm not going to go into detail, but it pertained to my son. My son didn't do nothing wrong, but it was something that involved my son. Yeah. And my wife just said to me, just give it to God.
Right.
Give it to God.
Right.
And every now and then I have to be reminded, just give it to him and let him handle it.
Amen. Because think about it. Jesus used people that were very flawed. I'm a flawed man. And he preached love, compassion, kindness, forgiveness. These are great traits.
Yeah.
And we got to take another break. Keep on cue, and you'll be back soon with Today with Denny. All right, we are back on Today with Denny. Listen, never gets old talking about God and living a good, godly life.
Right.
Doesn't mean that, you go to church 7 days a week. The Spirit of God is in all of us. I mean, if you love life, you appreciate the gift of waking up most every day. Well, actually every day, because if you don't wake
say
up,
most. Oh no. Yeah, let me just take a day off and not wake up and sleep all the way through.
Yeah, that would be tough. But you have to be that way, because I think gratitude is the first thing we should embrace most every day.
Yeah.
Could it be better? Yes. Could it be worse? Absolutely. Just watch the news. Lately, I had posted some articles about CD and conservative investors because who knows what this market's doing. And for short-term people and retired people, there are some very nice options out there instead of CDs, things that can keep you liquid, that have decent yields. I'm talking things like preferred equities, low-cost ETFs, fixed accounts that are out there. If you want to know more, of course, call 561-305-8226. You can always find me, Denny Artachi. Folks, I have I have Denny Artachi Financial Advisor. There's my band webpage. And you know what? You got me thinking, Evan, we're going to have to figure this out because coming here Thursday mornings has not been conducive to my schedule. Mm-hmm. But the thing is, would you be available if I did another time slot? Like, I'd have to see your schedule. I'm thinking about a late afternoon or something.
It depends what time of the day. If not, Frank can come in and run your show also.
Okay.
So that is available as well. He should know how to do the whole Zoom thing. If not, I can show him exactly what to do.
Okay. Well, we're going to have to look at that. I mean, I do appreciate being part of the STU family. This is a great old station that's been around since the 50s. Mm-hmm. So it definitely has. And look, I'm a graduate from Martin County High School. So I love the area. I play in the area. Mm-hmm. I want to be more part of the community, maybe join the Main Street committee and stuff. Mm-hmm. This is a great area, folks. I love living in Jupiter, but Martin, Stewart, all the waterway that's here, it's just a beautiful, beautiful area to be. And obviously, many people, when they come here from up north, they're like, wow, I didn't know it was like that here. Because it's true. I mean, in Stewart alone, it's got many different downtown Stewart, the buildings, you've got the water right here.
Downtown's gorgeous. People don't understand how beautiful downtown is, especially when you walk mm-hmm. on the boardwalk where that stage is.
Exactly.
It's just gorgeous.
So we'll have to figure that out. And the thing about back to the social media and everything, I truly am amazed. The only thing I can tell you is, folks, look, I'm not a preacher, I'm not a pastor, but I can tell you with pretty much 99% certainty, a lot of these people that are angry and do these rants, they don't really have God first in their life. Mm-hmm. They think life is unfair, that they got the short end of the stick and all that. And my God, if you study the Bible and you see true struggles through the history, you'll know that your life isn't as bad as you think it is. And you can choose to embrace that and make it better, or you can sit back and complain about everything, which I don't know. That never worked for me. You know that?
Yeah.
Sitting back and complaining about things. I don't know. I never really worked for me. You said it was a rant, but I was merely stating that I am tired and I'm going to change. I had a bunch of friends call me and go, "Hey, are you all right?"
Yeah.
Go, what do you mean?
See, there's social media, right? You make a post and right away people misconstrue it like I did. Yes. People misconstrue it. And now you've got all the people thinking that you're not mentally well and they're calling to check on you. Are you okay? Then you get people like me calling it a rant. And next thing you know, the police are going to be at your front door.
Yeah, I never claimed to be mentally well. Right. So let's get that obvious off the table.
Okay. Well, I'm there with you.
If you're going to be artistic in life, you've got to be a little, off kiltered. You're not. Right. We're not square peg dudes.
Right. Right.
Although when I first started here, I didn't know because I told you, I said, "Hey man, and you're like, well, it's your show. I mean, I don't want to." Yeah. I go, no, but you don't understand. I want to share it with you. And I think it took a couple weeks that you said, "Oh, he's serious. He's not just telling me."
Yeah, because I'm not one. I've always been taught in brokered radio when you buy the time, it's your hour,
right?
And I'm here to engineer the show and make sure that everything does what it needs to do. Because that's just the way I've always known talk radio as when you buy time. So I didn't want to, interact or take away your, from you. That's why I kind of was very, very quiet, so to speak.
Yeah, but. To me, having a different personalities is what makes a show, because ultimately we're here to entertain people. I mean, hopefully we can enlighten them, but if we can share some laughs and some good, fun, twisted perspectives, and
I always say twisted.
that'll be Phil's nickname from now until eternity, the naturally twisted fellow. And now there's a guy who's done radio.
What did you call him once?
I said he's naturally
Yeah,
twisted.
you said he's naturally twisted.
Yeah, he's a funny. Phil's a
Yeah,
funny guy. He
he
just
is.
naturally does that. And the other part of me changing the time slot is there were many people, Evan, that I want to get on this show, but they're like Sherry.
Yeah.
Ain't no way in the world she doesn't want to talk to anybody before 10:30.
Yeah. No, that's 12 noon.
Yeah.
With her.
Right.
Yeah.
And then even then she better have her coffee or you're in trouble.
Yeah.
So I want to try and open up and see. And again, I'm hoping the room will be ready at my office in the next couple of weeks, so that if it takes 5 o'clock in the evening to do, to interview someone, or because I'd like to interview different walks of life to make the show interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I do that, and then I still broadcast it at 9 to 10. I don't know. Like you, I'm so busy with my business and the entertainment. I need an assistant, but I don't want to pay for an assistant. Isn't that terrible?
Well, here's what you could do. You can find an intern, a college intern that wants a career in broadcasting or something like that. That's a route to go.
Won't they say you promised me stardom and success?
No, I don't think so.
All right.
No.
Any interns out there who want to get into this? Give me a call. 561-305-8226.
Maybe Palm City Charlie might want to.
Palm City Charlie, that's right.
Yeah, he might want to be an intern for you. He could be your producer down there.
I want to invest Palm City Charlie's money. He fired his Merrill Lynch guys and all of he does his own picking. But Charlie, if you're listening, I have Paul Meeks as a partner. He's on CNBC every week. He knows his stuff when it comes to investing, and so we'll see. The other thing about it, I'm just now reading about different places you can put a podcast to get traction.
Mm-hmm.
I guess there are sites, because it's the other question too. How many people from an age demographic still listen to radio as opposed to podcasting? I'm curious on how that works.
Well, it really depends.
Yeah,
honestly, it really depends. It's hard to tell nowadays with talk radio because with talk radio, there's really no way of telling how many people are listening. It's very, very difficult.
Don't they have the same like Nielsen ratings or something?
No, it's all different. Music is different than talk.
Oh,
radio.
It is.
Yeah, music is way different.
Well, that's weird. So how come they can track one and not the other?
I don't know. They make this thing. I guess it's Arbitron ratings. I'm not sure what it. Honestly, I don't know all the scientific figures that they use to figure all this stuff out.
But if I sing a cover song for 3 minutes, they'll be knocking on Greg's door and wanting to sue him for rights on music.
Well, that's because the way the station is formatted, it's a talk station.
So
we're not licensed to play music, but you can up to
I think you said a minute.
Seconds.
Yes, a
60
minute.
seconds.
Then all bets are off after that.
Yeah, that's it. Anything over a minute, well, you're dead in the water.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, I know a lot of people do listen locally to the station. I know that they're involved with the different things that go on the Treasure Coast.
Right.
So stay tuned, folks. Like MacArthur, I shall return. I just don't know to what degree of format. And again, it's just my schedule has been crazy most mornings. And I certainly won't miss the drive because it's getting crazier and crazier. It's so funny. 95 is okay, but once you get to 76, all the lunatics come out.
Yeah.
They're braking like why is this guy braking? There's nobody in front of him or her.
So you take 95 from Jupiter all the way to exit 10
to 76, yes.
76, which is 101, I think. Exit
I don't know what it is.
102. And then you take 76 to US 1 and make a left.
That's right.
Okay. You could also get off in Hope Sound and take Hope Sound over to US 1 and then come up.
But then I've got all the lights and I don't know. It's a catch-22 either way.
Yeah, it is.
So let me figure out the podcasting, broadcasting, whatever.
We'll put a helipad on the building for you.
Exactly.
Take a chopper.
Whenever
over.
you go to the Mets, when you're caught up, I need a helipad.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So
Susan, if you're listening, thank you for the present, my early birthday present. My birthday is July 12th coming up. And I'm going to do a show at the Funky Biscuit July 12th in Boca on Monday for my birthday. And I'm going to have most of the Santana band there. Mike Washington will be there with me. But folks, if you're in the area for July 4th, don't forget that's going to be a great show. It'll be from 7 to 10, and it'll be great music. There never is a cover, and it should be a great night. And I think we're ready for our. Wait, one more minute.
Yeah, just give me 1 minute. I got to load something.
Oh,
It's
okay.
not loaded.
I was going to say, so what happens if we do this early? But come down. There's never any cover charge or anything. It's great live music. We'll be doing the classic songs from Carlos Santana. And we're going to take our last break and come back on Today with Denny. All right, we are back on Today with Denny. Interesting. I don't keep up with too much news, but I did ask you and Bonnie today because it's obviously a hot topic. Bill Cosby was released.
Oh, yeah.
And I said, well, what happened? I thought, so you explained basically that the reason he got released was he had made a deal with the old prosecutor. The old prosecutor retired, and then a new one said all bets are off.
Right, exactly.
All right, so... Well, folks, if that's true, then that's why he got released. It's following the letter of the law.
They found the paper that was signed with the old prosecutor.
Oh, and
that's how, yeah.
So they had hidden that paper all that time.
I don't know if it was hidden. I'm not sure the whole story.
Okay.
But that's just kind of like the long and the short of it is.
Okay.
But I guess now he can go back to hawking his Jell-O pudding pops or something of that sort.
I hope he's not guilty. I mean, I'm not a judge. I don't. But laws and rules are in place to protect. Because listen, let's face it. If you're a celebrity, it's the opposite. You're guilty until proven innocent.
Yeah.
It's not the old adage of innocent until proven guilty.
I want to know who's going to get the first interview with him.
Oh, that'll be huge.
I want to know who's going to get the first. I'm predicting.
Yeah.
I'm just going out on a limb, and I'm saying it's going to be Oprah. Because you know how Oprah scores those.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be Oprah.
It very well may be.
I don't think it's going to be a news outlet. I think it'll be Oprah.
There's always, that old saying, 3 sides to every story, right?
Yeah.
His version, the accuser's version, and then what actually happened.
Mm-hmm.
And so, once again, hardworking entrepreneurial types, we don't have a heck of a lot of time, but I did notice the headline.
Mm-hmm.
Was it yesterday that he was released?
Yes, he was released yesterday.
Well, look, may God have mercy on him and his accuser's soul. I don't know the whole picture. Again, I think too many people are quick to judge. I mean, can we really trust what we see on the internet or read in most places anymore? It's tough, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I try, when people go crazy and being extreme left or right, I want to ask them, did you have an independent panel that you hired to check out the facts that you just read? It's been a proven fact that stuff gets posted that is not true.
Even, you just said something that touched a light bulb off with me.
Yeah.
Because with my business, and they have these things called Google reviews.
Okay.
Where people review your business, this,
really?
that, and the other. And somebody got a wild hair. And what they did was, because for whatever reason, they didn't like something I was selling, they decided to go on my entertainment page and leave a bad review about my entertainment.
And you can't erase it. It's there forever.
I can't erase it. I had to fight it and fight it and fight it.
Wow.
Couldn't get it erased. So all I could do was rebut it. And then eventually what I did was I had a bunch of friends of mine go on Google and just start leaving all these 5-star reviews for me. And it brought it lower and lower. So we're just kind of like,
look, that's why whenever I see something, before I take it as gospel of truth, I just kind of go, I don't know, does that make sense? Does that seem to be true? Is it believable?
Yeah. And
more times than not, it isn't. I mean, and unfortunately, too much of the media runs on something. If it's a good story, who cares if it's true? Let's just run with it. I think back in the old days of Walter Cronkite, Dan they really were held to a higher standard where they had to verify whether something was true or not.
Right.
Now, we live in a smaller world, folks. You can post just about anything on the internet, and whether it's true or not, it doesn't matter. It's out there. They didn't have that back then.
Mm-hmm.
The media did not control and manipulate as much as they can today.
Anybody can put a web page up in a matter of 2 minutes.
That's it, right?
I can have a web page up in 2 minutes, literally buy a domain, Takes 2 minutes to buy a domain, $15 a year.
Okay.
Domain's up. You have the software. You can create a page, and boom, it's up in 2 minutes, just like that.
All right. So
Literally.
what you can post the craziest stuff, and
Yeah.
people are like, hey, it's true because I read it. I
Yeah.
saw it on the internet.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, common sense, unfortunately, has been going out the window because I think in the last 4 years or so, it's just the more outrageous you are as a political person, the more popular you seem to be.
Right.
I miss those days when our leaders were calmer. They, in other words, the leaders of yesteryear, I wouldn't want to play them in poker. The new ones, I can see their hands coming. I know whether they're bluffing or they have a real hand. They're so obvious about it. Now, I'm not saying I want fake. My whole point is we all need to calm down a lot more than we're not. This pandemic has been terrible for the world, but I know plenty of people, including myself, who's made the best of it. Fortunately for me, no one close in my family has died from this terrible thing called COVID.
Thank God.
You as well, correct?
Yeah, everybody's good.
However,
Thank God.
do know friends who did die because of it,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm so saddened of it. But for my family and myself, I have to make the best of the situation. I really do enjoy being alive and healthy, bro. There's no price tags. No one can buy that.
No, not at all.
I really, really enjoy that. Not to say that I don't get upset about things. I mean, I'm in a business where rejection is very common.
Mm-hmm.
I probably have to hear 10 no's before I hear my first, yes, I would like you to help me plan for my retirement and my current life and give me the information I need to safeguard my money and my family and things like that. So that within itself has trained me very well to deal with the things of life, because life is hard. It's not easy. It's never meant to be easy. Who told you, whoever's listening, who told you that life was supposed to be easy? Or you saw this overnight millionaire and that's how life should be?
Right, exactly. Exactly. It's like becoming a parent.
Yes.
Is there a manual that teaches you how to be a parent?
No, there isn't.
I had to learn how to be a parent 31 years ago.
So that
was the craziest thing in the world.
It's interesting you say that too, because I just had a discussion. I had a Bible study class last night with some friends who invited me, and it was very, very, I got a lot out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And, God is a loving God and a forgiving God,
Mm-hmm.
because God is our parent, right?
Right.
Would you hate your child or condemn them to purgatory because they didn't do everything like you would like it exactly? Of course not.
No. Well, I hold my kids to an extremely very high standard. That's just because of the way I was brought up in a military household.
Right.
So therefore, that's the way I hold my kids. I raised 3 of my 4 kids as a single father before I met my wife. So that was a chore in itself. And boy, did I learn a lot very quickly.
But ultimately, you love them.
Oh, yeah.
More than yourself.
Unconditionally.
In many ways. Unconditionally, right.
Unconditionally.
So God is like that as well.
Yeah.
We're all flawed people, and we try to make the best out of this thing that we call life.
Mm-hmm.
And every day we have an opportunity to make the best out of things. Folks, this is not just poppycock hearsay. This is truth. This is reality. I have personally lived it. I've personally taken myself out of the doldrums of negativity and failure, because you do need failure to succeed. That's just the way it is. Whether you're a sports person, to be a successful parent or a wife and mother to your children,
Mm-hmm.
is probably the hardest thing to be in this life.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the most rewarding if you do it well, because you want to teach your children to have a better life than you did by showing them what you've learned from your trials and tribulations and mistakes.
Right, exactly. There's something we go by in our household, and it's something that 2 of my kids went to a military style school for a year or so. And there was a motto that they went by in this military school, and it's called "Winners make commitments and losers make excuses."
Right.
And that's something we live and breathe by in our house, because it's true. If you commit, then you'll win. But if you don't commit, then you're making an excuse.
Yeah, it's kind of like, oh, well, I'm going to try something. And if it doesn't work, I've got a plan B to fall back on.
Yeah.
What is that?
Mhm.
Are you really committed?
Yeah.
I think every kid out of high school should get a direct sales job and let them deal with rejection and failure and see if they can overcome that.
Mm-hmm.
I thought when I was in the Army, my dad, it was his recommendation. I'm like, the Army, you got to be kidding me. I love rock and roll and I have long hair. So he said, son, trust me, it's better than you think. And I went with my dad's advice.
Yeah.
He was so right. I went in there. They broke me down. They humbled me. And you know what? I was platoon leader in boot camp, advanced training. It taught me that you can pretty much be what you'd like to be if you're committed to it.
Did you go through the gas chamber on basic?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, my daughter went through that. She said it's the worst thing. Every orifice that you have an opening in, there's stuff coming out of.
Correct.
Literally, it's the worst.
And, I had to learn to listen to people who outranked me.
Yeah.
Whose either mouthwash didn't work or I didn't personally like.
Yeah.
But
I
did it because I chose and I had to. And I learned a lot from it.
Yeah.
So I was happy about that. And, I think it's a great blueprint to deal with life because life is about overcoming obstacles that happen on a daily basis.
Right.
So anyway, I really have enjoyed this, brother. This isn't the end. It's
Feelings
just a pause until I figure out schedule-wise what the next step is.
We'll turn the page.
Yeah.
And the next chapter we will reveal
exactly
coming soon.
And folks, July 4th, the Supernatural Santana Tribute in downtown and Rock River Walk. We'll see you then. And thanks for listening on Today with Denny.